Hey there, folks. Let me go ahead and switch the camera over to main here. Boom, there we go. Alright, so today's going to be kind of a rather chill day. Move my stream tablet out of the way there a bit. Alright, so a lot of what today is going to be is because I was scrolling through the Drawsteel subreddit, and this post came across my feed here, and I thought it was really cool. And so my thought process was, hey, let's see if we can do that. So yeah, here, I'll just let it kind of play in here as a whole. Like, everything's just nice, easily formatted. And like, Google Docs is, you know, it's Google. I'd like to move away from like the big tech companies and such if I can. So figured might as well give this a shot. So yeah, no, I just kind of watched this little clip here and was just kind of chatting in the comments below there, and it just seems like Obsidian's a cool tool, and I want to see if it'll work for me, and for maybe just being a better stage for drafting and putting stuff into the RPG here. And there's the end of that there. So here, I'll just kind of drop that down over there. They were suggesting that if I could Google Drive download, and oh hey, it does have a markdown download. Perfect. Okay, so information steps here. It says download Obsidian, make a new vault, then download the markdown files, move it into whatever folder you created your vault in. Okay, I mean, should be pretty easy. I just want to see kind of how this all works out. Oh, that shows up over there. Just working on looking into a proxy deck for one of my friends there who likes Digimon and such. And just Magic the Gathering. So create new vault. Let's go ahead and put that there. Create. All right. So now, theoretically, all I've got to do is download this as a markdown file. All tabs, yes please. Very cool that it's asking that. Wonder if it'll keep my comments. Probably not, but I wonder. Let's see here. Where do there's the game dev folder. I guess, okay. And then we'll do that for this one here as well. this core rulebook here. Okay, it's all right. That's there. That's there. All right. Let's see how we can do this. All right. So we've got everything in the system here, which is cool. I don't know what this is. Just looks like a way for us to dock things differently. What was that supposed to be there? Okay. I see. So it doesn't transfer images, which, okay, I guess that makes sense. Let's go to text copy 4 with our classes here. Okay, it brought over tables. Contrast is rather high. So that could just be me. Let's see here. Okay, so it threw the emojis into here in that way. That's interesting. We're able to bring up a list view here. Yeah, Obsidian, just I'm giving it a shot here. I want to see how it can work here for me. This is my first time using it, so this is I'm expecting a lot of just plugging around and seeing what all happens. They're closed. That's fine, I think. Okay. So let's see, copy path, no. Okay, so what it might look like it wants me to, or I'd want to do is open up each of these pieces here as their own markdown folder, or as their own markdown like file. And so that way then I have all of them here on the left. At least that's what I'm thinking. Now, here. In my one kind of example video, it doesn't show anything about that on the side. Okay. Because what I want is like the kind of tab structure that Google Docs has. And I just want to have it all in one thing. Specifically. Expand all. Yes, please. Expand. It's not. It's also not really showing like line breaks and such. So like I know that there needs to be stuff here for the classes. That just isn't there yet. odd. Okay, so it doesn't like me having tables inside of tables, which is a lot of how I formatted the Google Docs. So that's gonna break basically every action table. Yeah, this absolutely borked. So the answer here would either be to completely reformat this in here using Obsidian, which I'm not opposed to. Interesting. Because, like, how would I go about doing that? Let's see here. We were in this one here, because the way those action tables work is Blackened Heart has a couple. There we go. Yeah, so it has this area here is its own table. This area here is its own table. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's part of the normal. And so there's just a whole lot of nested tables in order to get the formatting and like appearance right. Also, it did not bring over my comments, which I was expecting, but is still a bit disappointing. I mean, I do like, dark mode. That's big. So can I nest this within? No. Try the importer. Okay, Notion Airtable, OneNote, Evernote, Apple Journal, Google Keep. Yeah, so it would have to be with the Markdown file here. Okay, user interface. I feel like we're jumping into some different there. When do we have to start paying for this? That's the question. Okay, so publishing notes to the web, which maybe it would be nice to have as sort of a steel compendium or archive nethys of Underkeeper here. Interesting. Because, like, I know Markdown as a language, or at least I know the strong amount about it. was like creating subtabs here. There's got to be a way to do that. No, I don't want that. I don't know what that is. What I want is this, or at least something like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, but how? If I go ahead and open up text copy 4 here, which is, you know, the current core rulebook. I don't want you there. Okay. Great. Would it be a canvas here? Nope, that's just going to be a flame. Space we can. I mean, it's an ideation space. Graph view. Oh, that's this thing. So this is just going to be mapping where we have different links. Okay. Which, that's kind of cool, I suppose. Oh, new folder. Oh no, is that what that was? Oh no. That 100% is that. So if I put this in there, it's gonna disappear, and then so we don't have subtabs on the side here. We just have folders. Okay, that's a big disappointment there, honestly. Okay, let's see. What would be a good way to organize here? Because, like, can we have folders inside of folders? I mean, I can't assume why we wouldn't here, but let's see here. Let's put the classes into a classes folder, and then can we drop the classes folder into the core text folder? We can't. Okay. I think we can make this work. Okay, so that'll help to solve some of the ideating process there, and just having, you know, it's not the tabs that I have grown to quite love over on the side of Google Docs here, but it is functionally rather similar. It's just, I'd love for, you know, to be able to click on classes here, and that would be a document as well. Like, I can nest everything that is Berserker right here. Got the Berserker class, and then all of a sudden, sub-tab, it's the spirits. Boom, 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 boom. Everything that goes with that class follows up that class perfectly. And man, that's so useful. It's so cool. And I mean, kudos to Google for making it rather useful. Then there is the issue of nested tables, because I can get, I can work with the folder system. I can live with that. What I question is if I can format abilities. Not that. Because right now this is gross. So let's see here. Oh, that created another column there. Can I, you know, let's just go ahead and create a kind of test space here. So let's go ahead and create a table, just any table. How do you create a table? Format, no, new paragraph, insert table, there we go. So we've got class name, we've got description, so we have our anointed, have the berserker, we've got the duelist, we've got the pugilist, we've got ranger, sorcerer, speaker. Oh. And then where do we go? We go into warlord and wizard. Okay, so description here. Can I? Oh, please, 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 please. It's not gonna let me insert. Oh no. Okay, so hang on. Let's see. Let's see if I can try something like this. Insert table. There we go. Copy. Now, if I go into here. I'm getting the markdown commands for their table. Okay. Not gonna lie. Rather disappointing. I don't blame them in the slightest. Because, like, we would be looking for okay. Do we have cell merging? Not have cell merging? Format. Yeah, that's not it. Code. Oh, that's formatting it as if it is code. Okay. alignment, clearing cells, deleting cells. We don't have merging cells, which is another thing that is rather useful. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of my big hitch right now. Okay, so what's the way around here? If we can't merge cells, then we can't do one column references like 4 separate columns here, and then we like list the subclasses. Once again, that's just the testing space here. Let's see, because this here, it's all about line spacing. So I've got the like roughly 3.25 marked break for this section here, but then this one here is, you know, one full one because it's the two merged together. Then what it does is it breaks down into a subtable here. Now, if we're being honest, this subtable really could just be the same here because it has the same break in the middle. That said, personally, I like the way that it is formatted here as its own subtable because it continues the backing of this text and this ability, so it's all reading as one single ability here. And then we have this subtable here, and this is the one that's going to be the most difficult to deal with, because while beforehand we only had the center break right in the middle here, and we're just kind of working around it. Here it's roughly off to like 1.75. So what we'd have to do if we had the option to merge cells was have a 1.75, a 0.5. I mean, those would be the only necessary ones, but I feel like I'd also want to just have the other one on the other side here, so it's broken down into roughly quarters. And then we just merge the top two, full, front two, back two, full, front two, back two, front one, back three, all the way down. So that's what would be required there in order to get what I want. But they don't have merged cells in Obsidian, which really throws a wrench into the plan there. Don't know. I don't want to just like toss it because once again, what I saw was quite cool, and I know what you can do with this is quite cool. So what is with the space in here? Why does it jump like that? Oh, because it's jumping like that because it's showing the actual markdown script and like the coded text, which useful. So, what is the path here? Because like I can make the nesting here work for me, but the way the book is currently formatted in Google Docs with these nested tables, that's not going to be able to be rendered in Obsidian. Now, granted, we're looking at this as a kind of standard, like just kind of a drafting and ideation phase sort of thing. This is not how we were looking to publish the actual game. I mean, formatting wise, I've got Affinity Photo here. Sorry, not Photo, Affinity Publisher. And so, like, I've done some sketch mock-up layout for the actual game. I'm not sure that this is exactly going to be how it looks, but, like, I do like it. It's rather annoying in how the tables work here. I'm not going to deny that. Let's see if I can actually... Excuse me. Let's see if I can actually, like, open up... Yeah, classes anointed. There we go. Forgot I moved my directories around. Yeah, anointed. That'll have some subtables, so we can actually see how that renders within whatchamacallit, Affinity here. And the reason we're not like just directly plugging into an Affinity here is because Affinity is very much just for layout. Like it has some, it's got some lag issues, I'm not gonna lie. Especially when I put in a lot of these different graphics and such that are layered. Yeah, no, here's a great example of it. Doing the nested tables absolutely beautifully. So, I mean, once again, Affinity, Obsidian, they would both be stops on the way to Affinity. And actually, does Affinity read Markdown? Because I don't think it does, but I want to be sure. No, that's the artistic text tool, not the text box tool. There we go. So if I go into Markdown, or into Obsidian here with Markdown, yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of copy the conviction text here. Boom, boom. Are you going to maintain my formatting there? No, you aren't. Okay, so it's going to be the same if I go from Google Docs into Affinity or from Obsidian into Affinity, because it's not going to maintain the formatting there for it. So right now what I'm looking at here is pivoting the ideation and drafting phase into Obsidian is just going to be fighting with the formatting because of nested tables. We're going to be losing our comments, and the tab structure is worse. But on the pro side, it's all running locally on my machine. I don't have to worry about Google stuff, which, like, that is such a huge pro, personally. Neither one of them is going to make it easy to do formatting in Affinity, which genuinely sucks to a huge degree. Actually, you know, I'm curious. I'm gonna go ahead and try opening one of the markdown files. Oh, it's just straight up not gonna read it. You know, let's just go for all documents. Nah. Sorry, I'm just double checking here all of the formatting's there. Yeah, no, it does not look like Affinity is going to read Markdown, which is a disappointment. Not gonna lie. Bit of a blow to the confidence of the project. But what that means is I think we're gonna be sticking with Google. Because Obsidian, while cool, while private, while, you know, kind of everything that I'd want to look for, it does not handle the formatting I need, or at least the formatting that I have relied on previously throughout the game design process here. And it doesn't make it portable any easier to port into Affinity, even as like a translation layer or some sort of compatibility layer. I do like the linking feature, and I think that kind of the web thing here could be cool. But at the same time, if I want to, you know, link together my Google Doc, I can. Might not be the most intuitive, but I can get, you know, copy link to order domain here, and all crumble beneath my rage here. Yeah, I'll highlight the text here for whenever, insert link, boom, apply. Now if I click whenever here, it'll bring me to the order domain. So like I can do that. Dang, I was really hoping that that was going to be cool. I mean, no, hang on. Correction. That is cool. I was just really hoping that that would be a pivot point here. Because, once again, I want to kind of de-Google a lot. A lot of my stuff is tied up in Google Docs. I've been working to, you know, pare that down. But, like, as far as RPG development goes... It's all here. Oop, there we go. So let's see here. Let's see. What can we do now? Because I have been really working a lot on features in my background time just because of jams of the timescape. I don't think I'm ready to reveal what I'm working on for that yet, but I think it's neat. Dang, I really wish that Obsidian was able to nest tables. Like, that would have solved so many things. Split right, split down, open new window. Ooh, add file property. Hang on. Okay, so this is. That's not that. That's not good. Export to PDF. Sweet. Okay, so I mean that's cool for having multiple documents open. Yeah, no, I just don't think. Man, I don't want to throw it out that fast. I don't want to, completely miss something. Yeah, no, I think as far as word processing goes, we're going to be sticking with Google. Because, at least Google will, let me turn off the Gemini bottom bar there. Unfortunately, they're still throwing it into the top header bar there, which it's easier to ignore, but, man, I just wish that they were pushing, that stuff in here. Don't really have much more to write. Is there something else? I guess I'll have to do some more writing and prep work. Yeah, I think today's just going to be a shorter stream there, at least for the Obsidian stuff. I'm going to go probably do some more drafting and some more figuring stuff up. It's more going to be just cooking pork chops for dinner, so dang, disappointed in Obsidian, but I'll still keep it on my computer here, keep tinkering with it, because ideally I would like to make it work, but I guess that might be it. Yep. I didn't do my full proper. Let me do one. Let me do a Google search. Make sure I'm not overreacting, missing something out here. how do you make nested tables like this? Yeah, that's beautiful. HTML, you use row span, column span. Not a way to do it in markup. ASCII docs plugin. Tables are Obsidian's big weak spot unless you're an HTML guru. I am not. I've been learning, but I'm not. Notion like Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it. So it can, but it's not. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I think that kind of. Once again, I'll keep tinkering here, but I think as far as right now goes, we're gonna be sticking with Google Docs for a bit, which. Okay, well, I know it hasn't even really been an hour here, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time I have, more game design stuff to chat about.